Rhea Ripley breaks character after Liv Morgan's serious injury on WWE Raw. WWE's Rhea Ripley is known for rarely breaking character, so when it happens, you take note. The Australian professional wrestler felt the need to do just that following recent events that had unfolded on Raw. Taking to social media, Ripley voiced her displeasure after certain sways of fans cheered an injury to her long-standing rival, Liv Morgan. The injury was a legitimate one and not part of any act, with Michael Cole announcing later on in the show that she had in fact dislocated her shoulder. The current women's tag team champion needed to receive care from medical staff immediately after the incident happened during her match. Liv Morgan's injury on WWE Raw. It was a real injury, which could rule her out for months. The singles match on Monday Night Raw between Morgan and Kairi Sane had only just got underway, but those behind the camera were forced to improvise pretty sharply, so that their talent could get treatment. The show swiftly went to a commercial break before it was announced the matchup had been cancelled due to the injury sustained upon its return. Is another reminder of the dangers that superstars risk when they enter the ring in the name of entertainment. WWE is known for such injuries, and, unfortunately, are commonplace in a sport which pushes its athletes to the limit. Rhea Ripley's reaction to Liv Morgan's injury. Despite their history, Ripley broke character to address the incident. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan are no strangers to one another, and the feud between the pair has its fair share of history. The two battled one another many times in 2024 for the coveted WWE Women's World Championship, which kicked off following WrestleMania 40 when Morgan attacked Ripley backstage in an act of revenge. This act inadvertently forced Mommy to vacate her title, the attack causing a serious AC joint injury to Ripley so soon after she had reached the pinnacle of the sport. It is fair to say the rivalry has had it all, from well-publicized love triangles involving the pair and Dirty Dominic Mysterio, to world championship battles and even past tag team friendships. But despite all the bad blood between the two, Ripley was quick to call out those who had taken pleasure concerning the injury sustained by Liv Morgan, in a post to Twitter after the extent of the injury was publicized. PSA, Public Service Announcement. Don't celebrate an injury. Disgusting behavior. Don't be like them. Rhea Ripley may not be Liv Morgan's biggest fan, but when it comes to injuries, you can be sure she won't be in a celebratory mood no matter who is on the receiving end. Liv Morgan suffers legitimate serious injury on WWE Raw. Injuries are a common occurrence in the world of contact sports. Athletes have to be ultra careful to avoid major injuries during events such as boxing and wrestling. However, occasionally, athletes succumb to major injuries that can keep them away from action for weeks and/or months. One such incident took place on Monday Night Raw as star wrestler Liv Morgan suffered a legitimate injury during her match against Kairi Sane. The injury was deemed so serious that the match was immediately waved off, giving the win to Sane. Multiple clips of the incident went viral on social media, and it was later confirmed what had actually happened to the superstar. Morgan did indeed dislocate her shoulder after taking a hard fall just moments into the match. She was then carried to the back by the medical staff. Liv Morgan dislocates shoulder on WWE Raw. An innocent takedown turned disastrous for Morgan. According to WrestleOps X account, as per PW Insider, the two-time women's world champion could miss up to 16 weeks depending on the severity of the injury. As per Mayo Clinic, it takes a few weeks for the shoulder to heal on its own. However, a full recovery can take up to 6 months if surgery is performed. Morgan has been one of WWE's top athletes for a long time and was set for a program against legend Nikki Bella. However, there is a chance that the women's tag team champion could now miss that opportunity, as well as the all-women's PLE, WWE Evolution, due to the injury. Morgan was also rumored to have a storyline coming up against current women's world champion Io Sky. This isn't the first time that Morgan has suffered a shoulder injury. She missed 6 months back in 2023 after dislocating her shoulder in a match against Rhea Ripley, which was later diagnosed as a labrum tear, according to USA Today. Watch, Liv Morgan's injury on WWE Raw. Morgan is one of the faces of women's wrestling and is currently holding the Tag Team Championship alongside her partner, Raquel Rodriguez. She has won the title a record 4 times and is also a 2-time world champion. She also won the inaugural WWE Women's Crown Jewel Championship in 2024 after defeating the then WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Morgan also won the Women's Money in the Bank in 2022 after defeating the likes of Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, and her now tag team partner, Raquel Rodriguez. She later cashed in the Money in the Bank contract to defeat Ronda Rousey for the WWE SmackDown Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley breaks character to address Liv Morgan's injury from WWE Raw. As seen during the June 16, 2025 edition of WWE Raw, Liv Morgan's match against Kairi Sane was stopped early due to an apparent dislocated shoulder. Mike Johnson of PWInsider.com confirmed that the injury is 100% legitimate and noted the following. If it is a severe dislocation, it could be upwards of 16 weeks before someone is cleared for athletic activity, but again, this is all dependent on the final diagnosis in terms of how severe the dislocation is, and that has not been determined as of this writing. We are told it was being seen as a freak occurrence and there is no heat on anyone. Some fans on social media appeared to be happy about Liv getting hurt. Rhea Ripley, who has been feuding with Liv, broke character via Twitter/X to address the injury. PSA. Don't celebrate an injury. Disgusting behavior. Don't be like them. Rhea Ripley shows support to Liv Morgan after her injury. Rhea Ripley slams fans for celebrating Liv Morgan's injury on WWE Raw. During WWE Raw, Liv Morgan squared off against Kairi Sane in a singles match. But just moments after the bell rang, a freak accident occurred. Sane tripped Morgan, causing her to fall awkwardly and land hard on her arm. Liv Morgan immediately rolled out of the ring while clutching her arm, clearly in pain and unable to continue. The referee declared Sane the winner by stoppage. Michael Cole later confirmed that Morgan had dislocated her shoulder. After news broke that the injury was legitimate, Rhea Ripley, Morgan's biggest on-screen rival, broke character to support her. Rhea Ripley took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to call out fans who celebrated the injury. She condemned the behavior and shared a strong message, PSA. Don't celebrate an injury. Disgusting behavior. Don't be like them. Despite their intense rivalry on screen, Ripley made it clear that real-life respect exists between them. Ripley's message reminded fans that professional wrestling involves real people and real injuries. Reports also confirmed that Morgan's injury was legitimate. If the dislocation is severe, recovery could take up to 16 weeks, though the timeline depends on the extent of the damage. While the severity of Liv Morgan's injury hasn't been confirmed yet, the timing is unfortunate. She had just started a feud with Nikki Bella, and many believed their match could have taken place at WWE Evolution. WWE star Liv Morgan's biggest rival slams disgusting fans after injury. Rhea Ripley sent a PSA out to disgusting fans who are celebrating WWE superstar Liv Morgan's latest injury. Despite being rivals, Rhea Ripley cares about Liv Morgan, and she sent a message to fans celebrating the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions injury. She took to X, formerly Twitter, to call out fans who were celebrating Morgan's injury. PSA. Don't celebrate an injury, said Ripley. Disgusting behavior. Don't be like them. We wish Morgan a speedy recovery from her latest injury. The extent of it is unclear, but it is reportedly 100% a legitimate injury, according to PW Insider. Hopefully, Morgan will return to the ring sooner rather than later. Liv Morgan's latest WWE injury. During the June 16, 2025, edition of Monday Night Raw, Morgan took on Kairi Sane in a singles match. In the opening moments, Sane avoided a kick by Morgan, throwing her to the ground. Morgan landed awkwardly on her right arm. The slow-motion replays show her facial expression after falling, and she appeared hurt. She was writhing in pain before sliding out of the ring. she was unable to finish the match. So, Sane was declared the winner. It is unclear whether or not they will resume their feud upon Morgan's return. WWE star Liv Morgan's injury gets severe update. WWE superstar Liv Morgan suffered a legitimate injury on the June 16, 2025, edition of Monday Night Raw in her match against Kairi Sane. For those who thought WWE superstar Liv Morgan's shoulder injury on Monday Night Raw on Netflix was scripted, it was 100% legitimate. PW Insider reports Morgan's injury was not part of a storyline. She was brought backstage after she dislocated her shoulder, and WWE is still waiting to get the official severity of the injury. It is a severe dislocation. It could be upwards of 16 weeks before someone is cleared for athletic activity, but again, this is all dependent on the final diagnosis in terms of how severe the dislocation is, and that has not been determined as of this writing. The report read. Luckily, Morgan's opponent, Kairi Sane, who was in the ring during Zoe Stark's recent scare, doesn't have any heat on her for the injury. It was being seen as a freak occurrence, and there is no heat on anyone, PW Insider notes. WWE star Liv Morgan's shoulder injury. During the June 16, 2025, edition of Raw, Morgan faced Sane in a singles match. The injury occurred within the opening seconds of the match. Sane ducked under a kick by Morgan, pulling her down before the former women's world champion landed awkwardly. Right after dislocating her shoulder, Morgan rolled out of the ring. The slow-motion replays showed Morgan's bad landing, and she was immediately writhing in pain upon her landing. WWE officials helped Morgan to the back. Her match against Sane did not have a definitive winner. Sane was named the winner due to Morgan leaving, but the score will have to be settled upon her return. Some fans must have been celebrating the injury, as Morgan's rival, Rhea Ripley, stood up for her on X, formerly Twitter. PSA. Don't celebrate an injury, Ripley wrote. Disgusting behavior. Don't be like them. We will have to wait and see how long Morgan is out of action. She is in the midst of her record-setting 4th Women's Tag Team Championship reign with Raquel Rodriguez. Additionally, she is entrenched in a Judgment Day storyline involving Roxanne Perez. It appears Perez is trying to take her spot in the faction, attempting to win Dominique Mysterio over. Morgan is also coming off her first major movie role. She will star in Bad Lieutenant, Tokyo alongside Shun Augury and Lily James. We are all hoping for a speedy recovery for Morgan.